Wake up, San Francisco!
San Francisco.
That's from Full House.
Oh,
Rest in
okay.
peace, Bob Saget.
Oh,
Yeah.
also the twins. You know what? I know it's gonna be a good episode.
We start with the
with
twins.
we started with
MK, Ashley,
me.
call us.
Honestly, though, I would love to chat with them. Here's why. They went to NYU. We went to NYU. They're creative but fun, but also entrepreneurial. I think it would be good to
They're
chat
into
with them.
fashion. We like fashion. They're into art. We like art.
Exactly. They seem
They're
kind
always outside drinking coffee.
hello.
Yeah.
I'm doing it every day.
One of them's smoking something, but
Oh, but I think it's cigarettes, so we'll have to talk to them
right.
about that.
Yeah, we will. Although you have Dr. Amen who keeps popping up on my feed telling me that cannabis is just as bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we don't need that energy today.
No.
Okay, Jason, to be real, I mean, we're real, but we're at
Real.
our 20th episode. This is
20th episode.
It's a big milestone. I'm proud of us.
Of us, right?
Mazel tov to
And
us.
by the
Yeah,
way, we have a big guest today.
I know. I'm excited,
That's why I
really.
was in the bathroom. I had to make room for Brunch Boys, okay? Which, by the way, I love this look on you. It's very, yeah, very
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian lawyer look.
So let me tell you this. Cause at
Cause,
Coast, is it
whatever. Cause, I think it's cause.
Cause? It's always, and now that I know the row, I'm like, oh, that's what they're doing here. It's like a more affordable situation. And honestly, the quality is great. I wear a lot of the stuff to work. I love it. So this is a new thing I got. Anyway, I got this in navy and in white.
Oh,
You'll be
like the
seeing it.
Robin Salstein and me. It's like once you get
Oh,
to
once I like it, I need it in every.
I have 20
I
Black Zara t-shirts. I have them in white.
tell you this, in this closet, there's a Nike sneaker that I know they're discontinuing. I have three more black pairs with the white swoop up in the closet.
Do this, I'll put the B-roll where it just sits right on top, right? I also wear only one Nike sneaker style at the
Oh, I mean,
27
I wear more than
Air
one.
Max. Oh, I
Uh,
love these. Yeah. Nike. I mean,
sponsorship.
150, that's 167, then 180. Come
Well, they
on.
have to go think about the tariffs.
Hmm.
Crazy.
I don't want to think about them.
How'd you sleep?
I slept
Oh,
great.
yeah.
You know why? Because I had a kiwi, and they say have a kiwi before
I
bed.
Wait, I just sent you a video of a woman who eats two kiwis a night.
I wouldn't go two.
Okay.
Jesus.
Maybe it's not two.
And I
Maybe
would be really late this morning to
but does that help you go to sleep, you think?
No.
Just helps with
This
that.
helps me go to bed.
Oh, okay, there we go. I
You remember people's names. You
Okay,
say it 3 times when you
Jacobowitz,
look at them and you shake
Jacobowitz,
their hand.
Jacobowitz.
Hi,
Yeah.
Elizabeth. Nice to meet you, Elizabeth. I'm Jason. I look forward to getting to know you more, Elizabeth.
Okay, that if you did that, I would be scared and I would be leaving.
That's
It
right.
just,
We're on our own. We march to the beat of our own drum.
do we?
Yeah.
So-
What I was listening to last night was Eric Clapton.
Oh.
I thought I was going to draw actually at 11:30.
Lola. What are you listening to?
Lola. Layla.
Layla, sorry. Well, that's the Goodfella scene.
The guitar riffs.
Well,
I
I've
wish
been
I
on
was a guitar player.
Oh, really? Just to
Yeah.
like break it
Every time,
out.
even in Black Cat, Janet Jackson was like, guitar! Breakdown.
I want to be the lead.
Did your dad ever play the drums on the steering wheel? Oh, that's all my dad would do is when he would drive. He'd be like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, like with the fingers, like Yosemite Sam a little bit.
No, what we would do is he'd be like, for $1,000,000, who's singing this song? Of course, it was like I didn't know. And I'm like, and then he would do multiple choice. We always had games in the car.
Welcome back to Hustle and Schmear. I'm Jason Salstein.
And I'm Liz Cohen. Today's guest is the guy who's made the food critic scene scroll-stoppingly good. He's the king of knishes, the prince of pizza, and the duke of dumplings.
Let me tell you why. He's the mastermind behind Brunch Boys and the man who has turned eating into a career. He's probably eaten more egg sandos than Kobayashi has Nathan hot dogs.
We're talking hustle, hotspots, and how to stand out when everyone's got an iPhone and an appetite.
From Brooklyn delis to caviar dreams, he's not just the snack, he's the whole tasting menu.
Let's get into it with the guy who puts the main course in main character, Jeremy Jacobowitz. Yay.
Hello. I don't know now if I can live up to that intro, but thank you guys.
For our 20th
Oh,
episode, there's a lot of pressure.
it's a big deal for
Nice.
us. So.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. All right. I don't see any beverage by you, but are you a
He was
coffee?
just drinking out of his Stanley.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see.
I just down. So every morning I drink Grady's cold brew concentrate and I don't mix it. You're supposed to like mix it into iced coffee with water and I don't do that. I went for a run already this morning. I had a glass this big, so I'm like raring to go. So now I just need water.
Okay, now I feel like I'm a poser in the coffee.
I got to hear this, Jeremy. What time did you wake up and how far did you run?
Sure. I woke up at 5 today, which is normal. I usually actually like working out in the middle of the day. Just had a lot of stuff to do today. And usually if I have a lot of stuff to do, I'm like, okay, I can skip it. But I am training for the marathon. So I like have to get these runs in. So this morning was 4 miles and then I got to do 14 on Saturday.
Oh my God.
You just upped your pasta level probably, huh? A lot more.
You know what's
carbs.
funny is like that's actually part of the training because like usually this is gonna be the longest run I've ever done this Saturday's 14 miles. But I run a lot and I don't know, let's go do it. I've never thought about it. But you can't just like I keep saying like I've always just like raw dogged my runs and like you cannot do that.
No,
so part
you
of the
need to
training
do
is like
it.
figuring out like how
Yeah,
to
you
actually
need to-
fuel myself before
Oh, yeah.
and after, stretching, like all these things. And I'm 38. Like I really need to be doing these things. So this is part of the training. It's like, okay, make sure my body doesn't die on me. I got a goo. I was going to gag. So I got some like sour candy things that are good. This is part of the training again, like seeing what I could actually eat
Yes.
because I don't want to eat while I'm running. But like, again, you have to.
No.
And
also
you're doing
coffee.
electrolytes and all that shit
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Not yet, but I'm going to have to. Yeah, exactly.
But here's the other thing I learned. The one thing I do remember, nothing new on race day. So like no new outfit,
Right,
no
exactly.
new socks, no new goos or food or anyways.
All right, so for those people who don't know, tell us about yourself, where you're from, and what kind of food culture did you grow up around?
Sure. So I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I grew up in Westchester. I went to NYU, so I've never really been that far, and I'm still right here in Brooklyn.
Fellow torches here.
Torches, violets.
Violet. Well, it was both. I think, and it was Bobcats too.
They tried to do Bobcat. Yeah, we're the only fucking university named after the computer system, the library system.
Forgot about that.
So, always lived in New York. Never lived anywhere else.
Okay.
I mean, I guess like the food culture I grew up in, just like I think this sort of set the stage for who I became. My mom's always thing was like, you have to try everything. If you don't like anything, like spit it out. Who fucking cares? But you have to try everything. I liked everything. The first solid food I ever ate was Chinese food. I was exposed to all different foods. Obviously, I'm Jewish, so you have Jewish food on holidays or whatever. But you grew up in New York City, you grew up in Westchester. Like you grow up eating everything. Someone asked me about my favorite restaurants in Westchester the other day, and I was like, Mr. Chan's, but they closed 25 years ago. So sorry.
Come back, Mr. Chan.
So, okay, you're in Westchester. What's your first memory of dining out as a kid? It sounds like you were beyond the chicken fingers and French fries or pasta.
Oh yeah, I was born in Park Slope, so I was definitely like that Park Slope hipster kid. Like at 3, my special meals with my mom was like going to the Thai restaurant.
What are we having at the Thai restaurant, by the way? Some jumping squids, some papaya salad.
I mean, at that point, I have no idea what I was eating. I don't depend. Give me some noodle dish. Give me all the spice, which is spice and sweetness in there, which is what I love in every Thai dish.
And when you were growing up, your mom would cook for the Jewish holidays, or would you guys cater? My mom would pick up Epicure.
It depends on the holiday. Like break fast, that's all catered generally. Everything else is always cooked by my mom, my aunt, grandmother a little bit, grandpa. Yeah.
Were you in the kitchen ever with them, or like what's their?
Yeah. Like growing up as a kid, I was very into cooking. Really, the other huge influences were food TV, and then sort of like how I ended up working in food TV. But like Iron Chef Japan is my favorite show. Like that was a lot of.
And what's one dish that made you fall in love with food? That one
I
bite.
think it really was that first bite. Not that I remember eating that mushu pork when I was a baby, but certainly that set the stage. Still, I would say Chinese food is like comfort food. You know what I mean? And I think too, it's living in New York City, you're so privileged to be able to like experience all these different foods and all these different cultures. And I think that's like, laid out throughout my life too. What's the way in to understand people? It's food. I've never met someone from whatever country you want to pick. Oh, but I ate that food. Oh, now I'm interested in that country. Oh, I'm interested in learning more. Oh, it's not so weird and scary. And where is this place? Oh my God. But you experience that culture and that dish and it opens up the world to you. And I really love that. It's still then a part of like why I love to travel so much and why I'm outside of New York as much as I'm here.
Yeah, you're right. And it's a way to access culture that's less scary.
Right.
So I totally
Exactly.
get that. I want to know, because now I feel like you've got such a huge following, but do you remember your first food post? What was it? Did you just put it, like, were you intentional with it? Or did you just throw it up there because, that's what folks were doing?
I mean, I guess it depends like what you would consider my first post. I mean, I've been making videos on the internet since my senior year of college, and that was 2009. And
Oh,
that was
okay.
a mix of sports stuff at the time, and then I was doing like a sports bar show. That's 15 plus years ago, whatever
Yeah.
it is. So
Yeah.
was that my first post? Maybe. And then the Instagram stuff started. There were no influencers. There was no idea to do this full time. So there was no thought of like, oh my God, if I do this, if I do this. It was just, I was working
Do
in
it.
food. I was eating organically out in New York City, and I was on all these food shows. I happened to be in cities across the country working. So I
Mhm.
never really ended up with all this content without trying. So it's just like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm in
You're just
Kansas.
like documenting like where you
Yeah,
were.
exactly. Yeah, there was no thought to it at all, other
But
than
when
like,
you were
here's what
working, you were behind the cameras, right?
yeah, I was producing. So at the point where Instagram became a thing, I was working in food TV producing. Yeah.
But never a thought at that time where you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe like turn the camera around to me. When did that happen?
But no, I
When
mean,
did
I
you
was
realize?
on those original. I mean, again, even going back further, I've been making videos since high school. And the goal was never, oh, I want to be an on-cam personality. The goal was you make videos by yourself. Part of that is being on camera. Who else am I going to have on camera? And that was a lot of it, more than it ever being a goal. And I think a lot of it too was I would find different people here and there to put on camera. But at the end of the day, it was just, and this is still what I do. People are like shocked that I edit my own stuff. I'm like, but it's easier if I just edit it. It's cheaper,
Cheap.
100%. But
And
it's
also, your own style, your own
right.
brand.
It's certain easier if I just do it myself. It means I sleep less. And that was sort of my approach to being on camera. Okay, I'm working with these people that are just never going to care as much as I do.
Yeah.
And if I'm directing them to do something anyway, might as well just be me doing it. Just do it.
But did you always have this confidence? It sounds like you were very sure of your point of view or what you wanted to show.
No, I just think videos have always just allowed me to have an outlet, and that was it. Going back to and again, like they weren't good, and I wasn't good or whatever. But it was always I want to make something. I've always been a big believer, especially in the content creation world. Even though that world didn't exist, it's like go do it. I was talking to my friend the other day about the original ways I made videos. Was I had a camcorder that shot to these mini tapes, and then I would have to analog from that camera into the computer to
Oh.
then get the video so that I can then edit it on Windows Movie Maker or whatever the hell it was. And now the process of making a video is nothing. You have an iPhone and you're done. And it's going to be a billion times better quality than anything I could have used 20 plus years ago. But my approach is always like, you could think about any idea forever, but you just have to do it, you know?
So as
Yeah.
you're doing it and you're building your community, are you recognizing that you're beginning to build a following? How does that happen where you realize, okay, wow, people are interested in what I'm doing and they want to see more? Or did you start doing more hoping that people were interested in what you were doing?
Everything I always did, it was what I wanted to post. It was never trying to think of what anyone else wanted to, because I was making TV shows. When you're making TV shows, you are producing for everyone else and not yourself. You're making shows for Food Network. Who's the audience of Food Network? They're older and they live in the Midwest. That's not me. I was 25 years old.
Right.
So the idea of the internet stuff was, okay, this is stuff I get to make for me, and what would my friends like to watch? And that was it. And then it took off. Instagram became a thing. Food influencers became a thing. And I accidentally had an Instagram account that was posting about food.
And then it just got
What do you
tracked.
think differentiated you from the rest? I mean, obviously,
How
we
many times
did.
I'm posting food on my Instagram?
This is 12 years ago. It's such a different landscape then. Very literally, I was one of the first people to have it. That was a huge advantage.
Yeah.
I think I had content before anyone else had content. Now you see people out, oh, they're going to dinner, taking photos, they're planning their days around what things they're going to get content. I was on the road producing food shows. I happened to be at multiple restaurants a day. So before it became a thing, I was doing it.
Yeah, it was authentic too, probably.
Yeah, I had the name Brunch Boys. Did a few episodes of a web series called that, and that just happened to be the handle. So it's a good name. I had content. I was very early. Back then, there was no data. There was no algorithm. It was all timeline.
Right.
And you only saw likes and comments. That was the only metric you had. And I just really thought about the data differently before I was given all the data. I think that really helped. When it started to pick up, it was like, okay, now actually let me think about this, because I've spent years not thinking about it, just posting whatever. Okay, let's be strategic about timing. Let's be strategic about that. I think all that certainly helped.
Did that add more pressure and take away from the naturalness and the authentic? Like, how did you find that balance?
No, I mean, what happened too was I was always doing it just like whatever. I was back in my hotel room after a day of filming and I'd post a photo. But it started to grow, and I had a couple other friends growing too, and they had started getting paid, and they were like, "You're like really close." And when I decided I was really close, I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna give myself," because I was always freelance, so I never had to quit my job. I was like, you know what? It was December. Generally, didn't work in December anyway. I was like, I'll give myself like a month or two. I'll just actually concentrate on this for the first time in years of making stuff online and see what happens. And that's when it really took off, when I actually focused on it.
What was that aha moment? Was it the likes? Was it the DMs that you were like, okay, I'm not going back. I'm moving forward in this.
It was when people started paying me. Because you could get a billion likes, it doesn't fucking matter. You gotta work. It
Do you
was
remember your first paid gig? Was it a
Yeah.
DM that said, hey, come to our restaurant and review it? Or what was
No,
that?
it was Bumble. Bumble launched Bumble BFF, and they're like, "Oh, it'd be really funny if you didn't have like if you're looking for dudes to go to brunch with or whatever." I mean, I made no money in TV, so pretty much immediately I made more money doing internet stuff, and it made the math really easy. It's essentially the same job. It's different here, different there, but I'm producing content and making more money and having all the creative freedom. So that was it. This is sustainable because I've always had to pay for my own insurance. I've never had benefits, blah, 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 whatever, and I made more money. So wasn't me quitting a job, but I think that mentally made it a lot easier.
Yeah, because that's a bigger leap to take
Right.
to see where it's going to go.
Obviously, this is your career. This is monetization. Do you have an agent? Do you do everything directly?
So basically, I have a manager in-house. Anything that's not organic would be restaurant stuff. I just deal with that. Anything that's a brand or that realm, then she negotiates and handles it and makes sure I get paid and all that stuff because I would forget.
That's You're in New York. Here, I will say, when I'm not in New York, I love watching your stuff because it's like, oh, I can't wait to get back. I need to
Right.
try this thing. It's great for me, and I love New York all the time. So let's talk about New York. I feel there's a food energy, at least for me, and I know you haven't lived anywhere else, but what do you think about New York City's food culture that keeps the scene so alive?
I just think it's the diversity. Someone commented on one of my videos the other day. They said, clearly they don't live here and probably have only come here and never left Times Square. They were basically like, you could only get a good meal in New York if it's over $30 a dish. And even then, it's more about the ambiance. And I was like,
What?
what the fuck are you talking about? The beauty of New York, yes, we have all these amazing new restaurants, which can be exciting or not exciting or whatever. But then we have everything. We have everything you could ever want here, no matter what the type of food it is, what the price range. Yeah, New York is like, I find it funny when people do series on Instagram. New York could be expensive, but here's some cheap options. Like, yeah, no shit, they're cheap options. It's like, of course. What do you mean? Never heard of fucking pizza or bagels or all these other dishes? There's always going to be cheap. Listen, it's still New York. It's expensive compared to whatever, but you
Right.
could certainly eat for less in New York
100%.
City and
No,
get
New
incredible
York
food.
is a city of cheap. Mamoon's falafel. We used to get veggie buns around the corner for
Mhm.
a
Oh, Empire
dollar.
Szechuan's $10 lunch special, soup, egg roll, and a main dish. And it's okay. You want some brown rice, $1 extra.
I agree with you there, and especially relative. I've lived in California. I lived in San Francisco and LA, and maybe I knew the city less, but the cheap eats there, they're just harder to come by. And
I think a lot of people love to compare LA and New York City just because always, of course. I spend a lot of time in LA, and I always say, personally, I prefer the food scene in LA, just the way I like to eat.
really,
And I think that you can't beat produce and fish at the prices they get in LA and California. But the restaurants are always going to be better in New York City. Overall, the restaurants are better. Service is better here. They're more high-end stuff. There's more stuff in the middle. There's more exciting stuff happening. Even though, I mean, the way I would eat sushi every single night and like Mexican food to eat every single day. So like when I go to LA, I'm like, oh, okay, like this I kind of vibe with a little more than another fancy Italian restaurant, frankly. But the actual restaurant scene, if you're rating it, I don't think you can beat New York at all.
When you're traveling, and you're traveling a lot more now, how do you plan where you're going to eat? You know, you only have one stomach. There's only a certain amount of hours in a day.
A lot of it is I try and go to places that's not full sit downs. So it's like, hey, this one place is known for this one thing. Great, easy, pop in, taste it, don't have to worry about it. My goal when I travel is a few things. I'm usually in cities, generally 3.5 to 4 days. And my goal is to try and tell a story about that city. That doesn't mean I'm looking for the best of whatever, because I don't live there. How would I know what the best is? Like, I would have to try a lot of it. My goal is to tell a story of that city. So that story of that city is, what is that food known for? What are some newer stuff people are liking? What are some classics that in the city that people love there? What's the most recommended to me, at least? So I try and frame it that way. Even I've been posting my Dallas videos on TikTok, and nothing brings me more joy than I went to this place called La Victoria, which I got a breakfast burrito there. And the whole thing, it looks like it's still from the 50s or 60s outside. You walk in, it's Miss Victoria up front. It's the cook in the back, the chef. And I just walked in. I said, what do you recommend? And she was like, whoever's in the back, that's her favorite burrito. Great, I got that. And every single comment is people being, oh my God, I've been going there for 25 years. Oh my God, we love Miss Victoria. Oh my God, this brings back such memories. And I ate it. Was it the best breakfast burrito I've ever had? No, I don't know. But who cares? This place clearly means something so much to the
You're a
locals in Dallas.
storyteller
Yes,
as well.
and that's what I'm trying to get across. This place represents Dallas, and that's why I'm there. If I was only ever on the hunt for the best food, I would never leave New York. Who cares? I have everything. I could find best or near the best of every single type of food here, essentially, in New York City. But you travel for these stories to get a real sense of these communities and cities. That's my attempt. So people yell at me all the time about where I go. I'm like, yeah, not that I don't care about what's best, but best is subjective.
Yeah.
But telling the story about the city isn't.
You're so it's like music in a way, because like to me there's a nostalgic element to it, and that's sort of half of the memory of eating. Or
Well, food is culture. When you travel, are you traveling with Tums or Pepto or just vibes?
I have Pepto.
Me too. Okay.
I guess it depends. It depends situation, but I do have the little baby traveler Pepto, and my stomach's usually pretty good. It's just the travel and the stress and eating weird stuff. You just
I would get nervous about like eating something that didn't sit well, and then you have got to go to wherever you're off to next, and you're stuck in a bus that doesn't have a bathroom. That's where my mind goes.
Like what I like doing is I like having soft schedules. I'll build out a schedule for where I'm going, and again, because most things that I'm going to try and be eating aren't like it's a breakfast food, a place I could pop into for breakfast or whatever. I'll make reservations when I really feel like I need to, but I like making a soft schedule and then waking up that morning and be like, how do I feel? What do I want to eat?
Right.
How much can I eat? You know, I did barbecue in Dallas. Okay, I'm not eating dinner that night. And if I had a reservation, that sucks. So I try and plan it that way of like keeping it loose, I guess.
Unless you saved the tuna sandwich from a tuna wrap from JFK.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what is going on? I need to know. Okay, sorry, we're pivoting here, but what's up with the tuna sandwich? Also,
It's a tuna wrap.
Tuna wrap. Oh yeah, it's in the orange thing. What's up with that? Is it that good?
It's the one of the greatest dishes of all time. It's every Italian person yelled at me that's Cibo Express, but you know what? It's been Cibo Express in my brain for this long, and like everything, it was always just an inside joke to myself and my audience anyway. So I frankly don't care. They certainly didn't care. They found me and they're like, holy shit, you're talking about our $17 tuna wrap. Yeah, it's the greatest tuna wrap in the whole world. And I'm a big believer. I don't like eating on planes.
Yeah.
I think hot food should be banned on planes. They should just serve turkey sandwiches. But I don't want to eat anything. So I fly early no matter what. And what I like about it is it's tuna that's has sweet relish in it, which is actually the secret key.
Okay.
But it's not mayo-y at all. It's like just there to bind it together, but it's just kind of pure tuna, protein packed, in this nice wrap with the sweet relish. And I get to the airport and I like to eating clean or whatever, like just tuna, a nice coffee, no matter how long the flight is, and that's all I'm eating. So I might as well try and get something in. But yes, and what made me feel confident was I would tell my friends about it or whatever, and they would think I'm insane. I'm like, well, just go try it. And every single friend I sent there to try it was like, oh, this is legitimately good.
Really? Okay, I'm on a flight on Monday. I'm going to test it out.
They have Cibo Expresses at a few airports. Okay. LaGuardia definitely has them because that's where I mostly find them.
What about Miami? Because I'm going from Miami to New York.
Miami airport's the worst. No.
I know.
It is. They're doing like some big $1 billion renovation to compete with LGA.
Thank God. And JFK, obviously is doing the same. Yeah. I mean, we're now.
Listen, I get stuck at that water fountain or that waterfall in LGA. I'm just staring at it, like
Well, what's funny too is like I eat this tuna wrap, but like they legitimately have amazing restaurants now in LaGuardia. Like if you want, like they do King David tacos. They have so much good food there, and it's so pleasant and nice. It is insane to me that growing up with LaGuardia the way it was, and now just in the past 5 years, now incredible.
It was such a shit box.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying there's a soft schedule, but are you keeping a list? Do you have a spreadsheet? Are you checking that?
So basically when I travel, what I'm always doing is I'm always discovering restaurants, whether just scrolling or people sending them to me or whatever. So on Instagram, I save them into folders. So it's like I find the post on that restaurant, save it into Dallas folder just in case I ever go there. And then when I'm actually booking the trip, I then start actually researching and I build a research grid. Here's the restaurant, here are my notes of whatever, just so I could keep referencing what place it is. And then I will build a soft schedule of what I think I want to do, what makes sense here, and what makes sense there. And then
do you usually show up or do you call in advance? People know.
No, I just roll in. I mean, the only times I'll get in touch with the restaurant is if I can't get a reservation for whatever reason, then I'll try. But other than that, mostly it's not any ethical things. I've certainly been comped a million times. And even when I don't try and be comped,
This is Jeremy. I'd like the reservation. Yes, Jeremy, we're sending the plane.
basically, you know what I mean? But what happens is, honestly, they just annoy the shit out of me. Right, but it's happened in Dallas, or someone was like, "You have to come to a restaurant." I was like, "Oh, dude, it's on my list. I want to go. Great." And they're like, "Yes. Let me know. And actually, you should go to this location, and you should come at this time." And I was like,
It's like, whoa, too many
again,
rules.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna get up, yeah, and I'm just gonna roll in
Just gonna roll
how
with
I
it.
feel. It just makes my life
I
so much
love
easier.
that. I think it makes it more enjoyable too, because otherwise there's a lot of pressure or you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You're so nice, Jeremy. You're so approachable. You're so relatable. I know that there's a lot of kids who look at you and say, oh my God, I want to do this. And you said you didn't have that many people to look at in this field because social media wasn't really there when we were younger. What would you say to those who look at you as their mentor or somebody that's on their vision board that they want to emulate?
I think what I always tell people is I love food. Clearly, I was a food TV producer. It's been such a big part of my life since I was a baby and everything. But what I'm most passionate about is making videos. And that's my job. My job isn't anything else. I sit here on the computer and edit all day. That is my job. And that's been my job. I worked in TV for years before this. And I think that's what I try and stress to people, because people are like, I love food. I'm like, that's great. The job isn't eating. You know what I mean? I think about this all the time because I am constantly researching, going through stuff, and I'm online. And I see people posting their dinners or whatever. And I'm just like, it's my job. Sometimes I don't want to do that, but I know that I need content and I want to show off this meal. And for every reason, I want to make this video, but it's still stressful. I'm like, you could have just enjoyed your dinner and you decided to annoy everyone else to make what? You know what I mean? It's like your job is to make videos. And I feel bad. Even you look at the TikTok people that are like, whatever it becomes, what's your thing? But now it's not your thing. You have this passion in your life that you really love, but it doesn't matter. You could love sewing. And then everyone's idea now is I'm going to make videos about sewing. But why? Why don't you just love your passion and let it be a passion? The goal that I always stress is find balance in your life. I studied sports management. I worked in sports TV. Do you know what happened? My passion for sports died because it became your job. And I'm very lucky now where my passion for food has never died. It's only grown with it, but that is very, very rare. So I stress, if you want to make videos and you want to actually do that, that's really awesome. And go do it. Again, you take your iPhone and go make videos and go make whatever. If you have something passionate about that is not making videos, but you just think that being a TikToker is easier for you, no, it's not, because you're going to hate it. You hear about burnout all the time. I've never had burnout in my life because I'm doing my job.
Right.
You say you wake up at 5, you went for a run, you have all these tasks, you have to eat, you have to photograph, you have to make content, you have to edit. Are you on a certain regimented calendar? How far in advance are you planning your daily activities?
I like going in 2-week bursts. Things come up all the time. So I hate putting something on my calendar a month in advance because odds are I'm going to have to cancel it. And I hate doing that. So I'm always a week or two out. What am I thinking? What videos do I want to make? What's that schedule? What meetings do I have to take? What podcasts am I going to be doing? Like, I like building out that way because inevitably I'm going to have to change it. And
Who's your mentor? What shaped you?
when I worked in TV, I worked in sports TV first. I interned at SNY, did everything there. I was in the field, in corporate, did all that. I was field producing at WCBS. I worked at WWE. And this is all in college and immediately afterwards.
Who is your favorite wrestler? I gotta know.
Triple H.
Oh, okay.
Who now runs the company, so I bet on the bright horse.
Jake the Snake. Jake the
Oh.
Snake.
Old school.
Wait, didn't he marry?
That was Randy Macho Man Savage.
No.
No,
Who
no,
did
Triple H married Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So that's the one to bet on. I mean, come on.
So anyway, and then I got laid off a bunch of times and was like, you know what? I don't know if sports TV makes sense. At that point, I was like, I love TV. Where else could I apply this to? And I just ended up in food TV just by dumb luck, and because that's what is produced a lot in New York. And I met Bobby Flay and ended up being Bobby Flay's PA. And certainly he was and is still a mentor to me, whether we're chit-chatting or not. Seeing him and everything that he does is a huge impact on every level. I mean, even the most basic level of just work ethic. Here's someone that dropped out of high school and is a self-made millionaire. You don't get that way by being lazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and well, you get to see it like up front and
Yeah.
personal, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
You're always out and you're videoing your content in front of people in the public. Do you feel that you always have to be on? Do you ever want some privacy when you're filming? People recognize you. Can you talk about that?
I think New Yorkers, they're super cool. Just go, what's up? Hey. And they keep walking. Very rarely do people want to bother you.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, everyone's filming something. If you're going to stop every 2 seconds to be like, what are you doing? You're not going to get down the street, you know? So
Okay.
I think that way, like, it's more people. I mean, for no sort, no one pays attention to what I'm doing. It depends where I am too. Like I was outside Lit Industry Pizza a week ago filming. Like, yeah, lunchtime at Lit Industry Pizza, there's a line down the block. There's gonna be a lot of people being like, hey, 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 hey. But for the most part, people are just like, whatever, you know. And it depends what camera I have too. Like I have a giant camera, but then I have my smaller cameras, and it depends on my
Yeah.
setup and where I am.
Also,
too.
like New York, everyone's got places to go to.
Yeah.
You know, like we're all moving around. I don't think we've got that
And
much time.
I also try and judge it based off of like if I'm at dinner, I'm gonna have either my phone or my little baby camera. For the most part, no one even knows what I'm doing. If I'm there, if I'm
You're not setting up a studio with a ring light.
yeah, exactly. And like
Yeah.
I'll bring the bigger stuff when it's maybe lunch or a place I could just go outside and eat. That's a bigger
Mhm.
setup. And then there's no one in there. I'm not really bothering anyone, so it's not a big deal. I try and judge it that way.
Liz,
All
you're-
right. I'm sure you've gotten asked this before, but if you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? What's that other gig that you want to go?
It's still
Accomplish.
just producing essentially
Yeah,
the same
just
job. But like,
different.
what would I be producing? Probably
Yeah.
online content for somebody else at this point.
you wouldn't want to be a basketball player or a rock star.
I'm a Jew. None of those things are.
Well, we've got a couple of baseball players.
Not a basketball player.
Okay, fine. I thought we had one basketball now. Didn't we have some Israelis come into the mix? I think they're.
Maybe.
We got Julian Edelman. And
cuties.
MJF is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He's killing it in AEW, and he
Okay.
is a Jewish icon right now. And he
Okay.
was just in Happy Gilmore too, so he's crushing it. So yeah.
Ooh, okay. I've gotta catch up.
for Schmooze Fest with Jeremy.
Oh, okay. I'm excited. Okay, so this is a quick, fun, rapid fire to get to know you a little bit better. Are you ready?
We're ready.
Okay. What's your ultimate late night snack attack?
So here's you're getting into like the actual craziness of Jeremy. I don't keep food in the apartment that I'm not eating for an actual meal. So there are no snacks here. And I'm not a late night eater anyway.
Oh, it just blew my mind.
I go to sleep really early, and if I'm out late, I've cut out drunk eating. So there was no eating in this apartment.
What's really early, Jeremy?
So basically, what I learned during COVID was, what am I proving by staying up late? So if I need to go out and do something, I could stay out. It doesn't fucking matter. But if I'm home, I basically get into bed at 7:30 or so, and I watch YouTube, and then go to sleep. I don't look at my phone. That's a huge thing. If you're gonna keep looking at your phone, you're never gonna go to sleep. So don't look at my phone. Normally, I'm probably sleep 9:30, 10, but some days I get in bed at 7:30, and by 7:50, I'm out cold.
Wow. But then you're sleeping till 5 because, like, I have
Yeah.
the past couple nights I've been off and I went to bed early for me, which was like 10 o'clock. I'm up at 2 in the morning and then it's like game over. Like, I can't.
I'm for
can't make
whatever reason my body like I don't get jet lags either because I'm so good at just always waking up at 5 a.m.
Not
no
even
matter
jet
what.
lag when you go to Tokyo?
No, because
That's
I don't sleep on planes. So what I'll do is like no matter where I'm going, I land, push myself, and then I'm so tired, and I can
You
always
just go to sleep.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
smart. Okay. What's in your? Well, you know what? There's nothing in your fridge right now. Which, like, can we
Well,
go back?
there's stuff in my fridge. There's no snacks. It's for like lunch and dinner and breakfast. That stuff's in my fridge.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
Wait, is
That's
Jeremy eating pre-made any kind of protein meals? Are you having any
Uh-huh.
packaged Oh, you
Yes,
are. Okay.
That's dinner every
Okay.
night. Yeah.
oh,
Well,
okay.
he's training. When you're
Well, yeah,
training,
he
and
is training. Last book you read.
Wow, geez, is it still over here somewhere? I read a biography on George Washington. It was really great. Alexis Coe wrote it. The perspective was really interesting. It was stories away from the Revolutionary War, which I think is like so much of what we're taught of, like, but like more of like who this person really was. And I thought it was like the easiest read and super interesting.
God,
Oh,
it
that's
seems like
cool.
we're going in that direction now.
What's something you order every single time it's on the menu? No questions asked. But not the tuna and Cibo Chibo.
What is? I'm trying to think like what a general restaurant I would. I always give this example for brunch of avocado toast because I think it's such a great way to judge a restaurant because it's a dish that's so simple that a lesser restaurant would just be like, whatever bread, whatever. Where a good restaurant takes the time. Even this dish that seemingly is nothing, we're going to make sure we source the best bread, the best avocado, salt, acidity, like a good egg on there. Like
Keep going, Jeremy.
yeah, it's like a good.
I know, now I'm like,
and
what?
honestly, how well you salt your fries. Unsalted fries drives me crazy.
Oh, I didn't even know that existed.
I also don't like a potatoy fry, but anyway.
Ooh, I
Okay.
like that. I want
You
to like my
do?
my dream fries are too well. Really, my dream fries
Give
are
me the
Nathan's. I
crisp.
think is the best fries of all time.
Okay.
But give me a thick steak fry always.
But it needs to be, there needs to still be a crisp
Yeah, a
to
little
it.
crisp, but I want
That's
like
what I mean.
mushy
When there's
potato
no,
in there.
oh, wow. Okay. Favorite food city that's not New York?
LA
Oh,
or Tokyo, I guess.
no. Okay. You only get one cuisine for a month, which is a long time. What's your flavor passport? What are you picking?
I just want sushi. I would eat sushi every meal
Mm,
for longer than a month.
amen to that.
Not really.
I agree.
Have you
Okay.
had fluke?
What's
What?
that?
Blowfish?
Oh
Oh,
no, I haven't. No.
okay. I actually did in Tokyo and I didn't know it. And then they told me afterwards, you know what? Not worth it. If I'm going to
Yeah,
die from
I've
that,
eaten a lot of weird shit in Tokyo, and I have to say, for the most part, it's not that it's not worth it, but I'm like, I don't need to eat this
it's
again.
not
It's
the
fine.
same.
What's the weirdest thing you ever ate?
In Tokyo, I've done fish semen, I've done raw chicken,
Oh.
I've done whale. None of it
I
was.
did do whale. I don't know about the raw chicken. I swear I think I done
Or
well,
chicken. That's
yeah, maybe that's it. Okay. Guilty pleasure delivery order that always hits.
Again, it's that Chinese food. My
Okay.
dream. It's hard to find in Williamsburg actually, but I used to live above Joe Shanghai in Midtown.
Oh,
And their
it's
orange beef and lo mein and scallion pancakes, like, oh, nothing on earth
oh,
is better.
so good. Okay. All right. Be honest. Have you ever faked a food gasm on camera? Like, oh, this is so good.
No, but I will say that like people get on me about reactions to things, and I'm like, but you're on camera.
Yeah.
Like
What should you
one of the
do?
like one of the things that drives me, I think that does drive me crazy when you can tell it's orchestrated in a way. I
Yeah.
think you do have to be at an 11. But what actually drives me crazy is people that don't emote. So
Mm.
it's like they take like and it's just like I don't know what's again like going back to
What?
what's
Why
the,
am I watching?
yeah, what's the point of this video? People don't understand you have to emote, especially like people don't even watch the videos with sound on. So I do think about that a lot. Of okay,
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
a lot of people watch sound, but and I have the captions. But some people are just scrolling, and you have to express the enjoyment of what you're eating
Mhm.
somewhat. And yes, if you're sitting without the camera, maybe you're not so much, but you have to amp it up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think I know the answer to this, but are you doing brunch with the guys and gals or bites after midnight? But apparently not because you're in bed at like 8 p.m.
I guess neither's really the answer, but yeah.
No? Where are you taking someone on a first date or are you cooking for that person?
I will plug my Substack with this. I just put out a
Okay.
guide of my first date spot guide from New York City. It's 15 date spots. My
Ooh.
rules are drinks only. If it was someone I actually knew beforehand, then we could get dinner. But if it's an app date or whatever the hell,
It's coffee.
it's just drinks. It's somewhere I've been before. It's somewhere where it's like comfortable and cool, not overly crowded, but not dead. Place you could sit. Those are generally my rules.
Okay. If it's going well, are you adding a nibble? And is that the sign? Like, should someone know, oh, you know what, I'm
I'm
in?
probably not eating. These are like so many weird Jeremy things. I don't eat and drink at the same time. If they would like food, one of my favorite places is MPO and Alpa Store in East Village. The best margaritas in the city. And it's a great place where, like, yes, the idea of like, hey, we're having a good time. If you want food, I've been on dates. We got chips and guac or tacos or whatever. I probably wasn't eating them, but if she wants to eat them, it's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, eating and drinking, it just makes me tired and not.
Is
not
there
good.
Okay, so my
We're
next
really
question.
learning a lot about Jeremy.
I know. I like the
It's a lot of
quirks
quirks.
because it makes me feel like my quirks aren't so quirky. All right. So you're on this date. Are you judging someone based on their order at the restaurant? Or you're like, oh my God, she ordered them, I don't know.
I don't know if it's order specifically, but I do think it's more things like sharing food or what types of food or like, are you down for this? Hey, if I order this, would you try it? I think it's more those things. If you want something, get whatever the hell you want, but you also have to be into trying things. That's literally my whole life. So if you don't want to do that, what's the
Okay,
point
so
of even
you're a
dating?
sharer. You're not annoyed if someone takes your fries.
No, you have to share. Like you order,
I agree.
order too much food and share. Yeah.
The
Love it.
best.
All right, Liz, two more, I believe. and then
Okay,
we're
2
done.
more. Where's your next trip?
Nothing's planned yet, but I believe I'm going to Breckenridge and then LA back to back in a month or so.
I like that. I'm assuming skiing? No.
No, I don't ski, but I produced a short film and we are having a showing at the film festival there.
Oh, Mazel
You can
tov.
tell you're
That's awesome.
Jewish, Liz. Skiing in the summer.
I don't know. I don't. Well, here's the thing. I do après ski. I tried it
Hard
once.
down.
Yeah, like I tried the snowboarding. I like the gear, but it's not for me. I almost broke.
That's me. I skied one day in my life and
Yeah.
in Telluride. And I said,
Oh.
that's enough for me.
That's enough. Exactly. I agree. All right, last one. Who's your ultimate dinner date or buddy, dead or alive, and where are you going?
Huh. Um, I feel like I want to go have dinner with Drake. Like wherever he's going is going to be a fucking insane
Oh,
night. So
You just really,
Jeremy,
yeah.
can I be invited? You don't even know how much I would want to be in that mix, and I get so much heat and hatred over my Drake love, and
No comment. No.
it's
I
like
know.
not cool anymore, I guess. But like, I'm sorry, he's been at the top of the game for 20 years now.
Sorry, every song is a banger. Like,
Greatest Jewish rapper alive.
I know. Thank you. I agree. All right.
All right, it's time for this or that.
Come,
Are
Okay.
you ready?
ready?
Lox or whitefish?
Lox.
Challah French toast or pastrami on rye?
Pastrami on rye.
Egg cream or Dr. Brown's black cherry?
Dr. Brown Black Cherry.
Pastrami queen or Katz's?
Katz's. I did a video about that. Yeah, Katz's.
Jewish deli or Italian red sauce joint?
Jewish deli.
5K or 5-course tasting menu?
$5,000 or 5-course tasting?
No, 5K run.
Oh, like a run.
Oh, run. Or 5-course. I mean, I guess the tasting menu.
One bite reaction or full breakdown review?
Full breakdown.
Brunch in Brooklyn or late night eats in the East Village?
Brunch in Brooklyn.
Truffle everything or caviar bump?
Caviar.
Deli guy knows your order or the barista knows your name?
Both would stress me out, but I guess the deli guy knows.
Savory or sweet?
Savory.
Sushi bar date or tatami mat on the floor experience?
What is that?
Where you're on the floor and you cross your legs and
That is a fucking nightmare. Give me the sushi.
okay.
It's funny. I agree with that.
Clam bake or fire pit barbecue?
Barbecue.
Hibachi grill at Benihana or turkey leg at medieval times?
Oh, Benihana, 100%.
Okay.
I love it.
And lastly,
Only if we're doing
classic
the volcano
Yeah.
with the onions.
and the beating heart
Eating heart.
and then throw the shrimp in my hat. Classic New York slice or upscale omakase?
I'll say a slice only because that only exists in New York, and I've had amazing omakases all over the world.
Okay.
Mm.
And then we have to follow up with where are you going for that slice? Are you going to Sarah's, Lucali, Joe's?
Joe's. Well, you know what's funny is I say Joe's, but inevitably the place I actually get the most pizza at is Feeney.
Where's that?
Feeney is
Don't
from the
disrespect.
owner of Missy and Lilia, and it's in Williamsburg. There's one in
Oh.
Barclays. There's one out east, and if there's actually pizza I get the most of, it's that one.
Okay, I don't know if I've had that.
All right. Well, this is a great segment. Liz, take it
Yeah.
away.
We're on to Nosh of the Day. So it's where we discuss our recent favorite restaurants, recipes, where we want to go next,
Or where we don't want to go.
Mhm.
Right.
yeah, or where we're not into.
All right.
Okay, Jason.
All right, today I'm going to pick a local restaurant from Miami since 1971 called Captain's Tavern in Pinecrest, Florida.
still
And it
haven't
also
been.
has an attached seafood market where I get my seafood. Shout out to Captain Ray. But it's got green carpet, it's got fish tanks, it's got old school sea paintings, and also it's got stuffed fish like sea basses and marlins. It's very nostalgic, and
Okay.
they have hogfish sometimes. And it's even though it's like 40, it's the best hogfish, and it's my favorite fish. Shout out to Captain's Tavern on
Okay.
US 1 in Miami.
Okay. All right. Look, this is a repeat,
Gotta
but
save the best for last.
yeah, we have to say the best of us. It's a repeat, but I love it. Jason, you just met me there the other day. It's Miami Juice. It's in Sunny Isles. It's so fresh. It's honestly, it's got the best Israeli salad. It's their ratio of the cucumber to the tomato. Also, R.I.P. Isaac, the owner. He would always be out there. He's sweeping. He's taking the produce in. Now they've got a big
He
picture,
picked his own produce every day in the morning.
and it was always banging. Anyway,
All
the
right,
best.
this is the big one. I think a drum
All right.
roll for Nosh of the Day with Jeremy Jacobowitz is needed.
Always want to eat at a sandwich counter. There's one here in Williamsburg, there's one in the West Village. I'm good friends with the owner, Alyssa, and every time she comes up with a dish or special, and I'm like, we share a brain. Everything she puts on the menu is a dream item for me. I'm like, I didn't even
Really?
necessarily know I needed this, but now you put it on your menu, and now I need it.
What's that one dish that you didn't know you needed that you needed?
Well, even like she makes tatkas, so she makes latkes into tots, and you get that with a bunch of different sauces and stuff, and it's
Whoa.
Oh, like a
Unbelievable.
latke tater tot?
yeah.
What?
She basically makes a square latke, then cuts it up into baby bites, and then fries it that way. So they're like yay size, and you get a bucket of them. They're so
Oh my
unbelievable.
God. Are you sour cream? Are you applesauce? Or it's like,
She doesn't do sour cream or applesauce. She has spicy creamy or sweet something or a ranch kind of thing. Spicy ketchup. But in general, if for a real latke, I would do both sour cream and applesauce.
Good
All right.
answer. The only
So we have to know, what's your bagel order?
Yeah. Is it scooped? Is it toasted?
No, not
No.
toasted.
Thank
My
you.
bagel order is a little unorthodox, I would say. It's an egg everything bagel, not toasted because they're fresh and you shouldn't toast a fresh bagel. Scallion cream cheese, smoked salmon, and then avocado.
Avocado. But I feel like, all right, I got to try it. Since he would throw it off, but like, I don't know. We'll give it a go. All right, our last segment before we wrap up. Mitzvah of the day, where we break from the hustle, spotlight everyday acts of kindness.
Today's mitzvah is a combo of sharing your favorite meal with someone along with leaving a great review for a local favorite restaurant. We love highlighting small businesses, and we think the best tip in the world is word of mouth. Jeremy, are you involved with any charities, food banks, or anything you want to spotlight and share at this moment?
So going back to the marathon, I'm running with City Harvest. So they help feed
that's so great.
all kinds of New Yorkers endlessly.
Yeah.
They do an incredible job. I've worked with them for many years. I'm on different boards with them for all their events, and I'm running with them. And part of running marathon with them means you're raising money for them. So that's currently what I'm doing. And it's all going to
where do we?
Where do people go and
I
give you
have a
money?
link.
Just go to Jeremy Jacobowitz.
Every run I go on, I post about it. So I guess like stay tuned to my stories. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Fill out your wallet, people. That does it for this episode. We want to thank Jeremy. Thanks for joining Hustle and Schmear. Subscribe on our YouTube channel. And I'm going to ask Liz and Jeremy to please read us out.
All righty. The hustle is real.
And the schmear is extra.
Woo! Thank you, Jeremy.